Hello, Factorio friends. Welcome back to our playthrough for beginners. Let's pick up where we left off from episode 8. So this is episode 9. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. This is my favorite game to play. Pretty much the only game that I play. I don't really have a lot of time, and so it's always fun to just play through and share. So we left off with creating this other strip mall, and this is producing these steel furnaces, which we'll need and later on as we build out some smelting columns and stacks that we're hopefully will be feeding by trains. We also have stuff for oil, and I'd like to, start working on oil. I believe there's some oil up here in this patch up here. Um, yeah, so that's definitely something we could just pipe down, but I figured since this is a rail world playthrough, let's do that. Let's do some trains. So one thing I also noticed was that if we look up here in our steel production, um, we put some steel furnaces here, but the iron ore is actually only getting down halfway. And if we look at this part, we can see that it's really only drawing half a belt. So we have a quarter, yeah, so a half a belt. So this this steel furnace stack going all the way down here will now draw a completely full belt of iron ore, and it's only able to do half that. Let's see, did I get that right? It can consume, so these can consume a half belt. These will consume an entire belt, but it's not able to do it because it's only pulling half of a belt. So this whole half of the belt isn't getting used up. So the solution is, well, we could just mirror this over here on this side with stone furnaces and use up this half of the belt. But or we could try and grab, oh, my zoom with my arrow keys, or pan with my arrow keys is really fast. We could try and figure out how to get this half of the belt down here and insert it somehow. I think that's a lot of work. So instead, what I want to do is actually just create um, some red belts, some splitters, and some undergrounds, and 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 update that belt to a red belt, and then I think it'll work. And we're gonna give this a few more gears. These take a lot of gears, 40, so these are pretty slow to build up. Um, I think that's all we need. We need a bunch of those. What are we missing here? Circuits. Let's get that circuits. Okay, so that should fill up. And then we want a bunch of those. So that's not quite enough to get us there. So we'll hang out for a bit. So we're going to go fix that. The other thing now that we want to do if we're going to have trains is actually make all the stuff that we need for trains. So we're going to set up another strip mall here. These are kind of spaced out, but it's maybe a little bit easier to see them like this. And we're definitely going to need some more steel for all the stuff we want to build. So we want our steel production to just be, oops, a um, little bit more productive. Let's see how many red belts we've got. That might be enough. Splitter, we need more splitters. And you know what? I don't mind if you guys just start building these out. Let's just start building up our stockpile of um, red stuff because I think eventually we're going to want to switch to red anyways, so we will let you build until you've got 1,000 and we'll let you build until you've got, how about 100? That's that's a lot of gears, but that's fine. All right, so let's go fix that steel line. Now, if we drag our upgrade, or not our deconstruction, if we grab our upgrade planner and drag it over this, it will highlight everything that we need to do. That way we can make sure that we've done it. It does make it a little bit hard to see the elements, but it also makes sure we don't miss something. Okay, so let's do all this straight, that's straight. That doesn't look right. What do we do there? I think this is a splitter right here, like that. Okay, that's a straight, this way, this way, this way. Okay, so those are all red. We can upgrade. We don't need that one, and we don't need those. Okay, so what I did was I grabbed this and I used shift and it reversed it. So let's bring this down here, and since we're just doing this all in like in a row, we won't use the upgrade planner. And let's bring this all the way down. How far did we get? About here. So that's not far enough, so we will need some more. We really only need to come down to here, halfway down, because this half of a yellow belt is all that these need. And so we just need red to there. We don't have to push red all the way down. So let's quickly grab some more reds. And we'll fix that. The number of miners, with the number of miners that we have, we don't have enough to do like 3 red belts coming out. Make sure that's going the right way. And bring it all the way here. That should be good. And I actually don't want to do that. I'm just going to change this down here. Yeah, so we have enough miners for 4 yellow belts, which should be 2 red belts, and we've got 3 things pulling. We've got this iron, this steel, and this iron. So, but this is just our starter. We just want that to be our starter. We'll red belt in 4 full lines of iron and copper and stuff later. So, all right, let's go plan our trains. Along with the trains, I anticipate that we are going to want to be doing some nuclear power eventually. That's actually something I like to get a little earlier on than maybe some people do. I don't really mess with solar. So let's make sure we've got enough. We've got enough materials to build. Okay, so let's plan this out. Concrete. This is one of the first things that I need to make. Concrete is needed for an actual nuclear reactor, and for the centrifuges. So the centrifuges will take the raw uranium ore and convert them into 2 types of uranium, which are used to create fuel cells mainly, and a bunch of other stuff. And both of them need a lot of concrete. Um, in fact, if we look at if you look up in like the Factorio wiki, if you haven't researched everything yet, um, you'll see what the different materials need. And I'm going to represent that with some um, of these combinators. So this combinators just output signals, but you can also use them to represent what something is. So for example, I could say, hey, I want this to represent a centrifuge, and so that I know that's what I'm going to build right here. And then I can use this one to say, well, now I'm going to show what I need. I need gears, or sorry, gears. I need red chips. I need gears. I need steel. And I need concrete. Boom. So that's just so I know what I need to bring in there. And the other thing that's going to need concrete is the nuclear reactor. Um, so the nuclear reactor, if I look up on the wiki, it needs a lot of the same stuff. Well, let's do our output here. It needs concrete, it needs steel, it needs red gears or red circuits, but it doesn't need gears. It needs copper plates. Okay, so there's that. And now, so those are creating the fuel, consuming the fuel, and then the nuclear reactor is going to use heat pipes to transfer the heat that it creates. So we need let's see here. So we need to get a heat pipe here. All right. And the heat pipes are pretty easy. They just need copper and steel. So we'll just use that. And then we need heat exchangers. So the heat exchangers take the heat and use it to convert water to steam. Um, and those need the same as this. Oops. Oh, I don't think I copied that right. Clear that. So they need the steel and they need the copper and they also need pipes. Okay. And then finally, the steam from the nuclear or from the heat exchanger as it turns the water into steam, then we have these steam turbines. These consume steam and generate electricity. All right. Sorry, got the hiccups. And the steam turbine is similar to this. It uses steel and copper, or not steel, it uses copper, but it also uses gears and pipes. Okay, so we're going to want to have this be our little nuclear assembly area, and the reason that I want to do concrete is because it takes a while to go, and so I want to just get that started and just build up a big old stockpile of that. Now I am going to cheat. I don't really want to spend all this time routing water. I could come up here and draw another pipe and work it through my base, but that takes a lot of time. So I am just going to grab this water pump and stick it right here. Again, I think getting water throughout the base is just such a pain in the butt. And if you can build a nuclear reactor from scratch and hold it in your inventory backpack, you should be able to pump water directly from the ground. So anyways, okay, so these assemblers are for those things. Let's actually bring this in and drop it off here. And let's go grab it from up here. Okay. And we'll give you that. Okay. So now let's plan out a train portion. So we'll extend this. Okay, so let's just look. This is like kind of our train train row right here. So let's start with rails, and those need these iron sticks. So we'll put an iron stick assembler really close so that we can feed it, like this. Then let's go to the next one. Train stops. Steel plates, iron stick, electronic circuits. So these also need those. So we will go like this and let those share. Okay. Next, rails, chains. Seems pretty easy to get those. Engines, locomotive needs engines. So let's do engines right here. And that can feed this to our locomotives. Okay. These are going to need pipes and gears. We've got pipes and gears all the way through here, so I think we'll do something similar with this. I don't think we need quite as many of these as we did. In fact, we could maybe repurpose some of these for stuff that we might want. Just because, we don't need that many, but so we'll have some pipes and gears down here. Oops, right there. Just keeping with the same pattern. Okay, so what else do we need? Cargo wagon, and we have our fluid wagon up here, so that's good. Cargo wagon, again, that needs gears as well. So, okay, some other stuff that we might want. I don't know if we did this already. We can maybe do it over here. Lights and combinators, maybe some cable. All of these need copper cable, so maybe we could do these at the very end. Steel chests. We need some steel chests. So that should be it for our train setup. Just those items. Okay, so let's be strategic about this next part. Because I'd like to produce lights. I'd like to produce some of these, probably just these 4, and they all need copper cables. And so we might have to have 2 copper cables to figure all of that out. That should be it for trains. So let's create some pipes and some gears. And let's run those back through here. So that's the last one that's going to need gears. Pipes and gears. Those are good. And let's run iron this way, I guess. Okay. And let's actually bring that in right now. Let's bring the iron in. Starting to build up concrete. Hooray. Okay, so there's our iron, which is good. This needs iron here. Both of those need iron. That needs iron. Needs iron. Those don't need iron, but those need iron. So that's going to start flowing through. Okay, so what else do we need? Definitely need steel. This needs rocks. Let's just bring that in. That's the only thing that needs stone. We're just going to bring that in from the outside. And I think it's this one. Okay. So we're going to need red circuits, and those will be next to the green circuits. And let's bring them in here. Can we get by this thing? Yes. Okay, so this will be red and green circuits. Almost out of underground, so let's go grab some more. How are we doing up here? Done? On its way? Done? So this may be the last yellow belt thing. Maybe we want to stop doing all this and start building with red belts. We'll see. I'm not really sure when to start. Okay, so this is going to be red and green. We are going to need red. Let's see, wait. We are going to need red circuits further up for our mall up here because we're going to need red circuits up here. So, wait, there, sorry. We didn't plan this one very good. So this is going to need red circuits because the green stack inserters need red circuits. So those are going to go all the way up. So we'll feed those up. For now, they can go like this, but they will be coming like from this direction. Sorry, like this. Yeah, okay. Now we just need to get copper and steel into this one. So that's the earliest we can get right there. And we need steel coming down. This will actually be steel here. Two lanes of steel. So if it's going this way, we'll pull off this side. Okay, and oops, not doing so good with my. There we go. Okay. Let's make sure that's gonna work. Should work. Okay, we'll go that far. Say, okay, so we got copper and steel. We can crank out all of our inputs and outputs now. Kind of see where we're at with stuff. I don't know if we need. I don't think we need this for anything else. So let's actually change this to just that, like that. I think we're done with those. We need this for purple science because purple science need rails. Okay, Sweet. Let's hook everything up. Okay. Start cranking out rails and just give us 1,000. How about that? And we are going to need to output for that, and then here. Okay. Okay. This is circuits. This is also circuits. And rail signals, go ahead and give us 100 of those. Sure. If I can just copy and paste this. Let's see. If I copy and paste it, I think it gives me the wire for free. And then I can just change these parameters. So let's like do 200. Okay, that's nice. Okay, this needs steel, steel, and this needs circuits. Okay, and we'll change this to, I don't know, 10 for now. Okay, this needs one for those two. This doesn't need any, this needs some. Okay, well, actually, doesn't need it for engines, but I think we're doing engines up here with our pumps, and we've got some extra engines, so we don't need to save any down here. Okay. Okay. This needs steel and gears. Got it. And let's do cargo wagons until we've got one cargo wagon for each train. Typically we'll do 2 or 3 trains for each stop. So if we say 4 times 3, 12, so let's just do like 24, and that gives us a good chunk. Engines, locomotives, I guess it should say. Let's do 24 divided by 4, 6, so that gives us, let's do 12. They take a while to build up. Circuits and steel, so we can grab steel, and we can grab circuits. Pipes and stuff are good. This is our steel box. Here we go. That needs steel, and we want to change this, so let's change that to 1 stack, 50. Actually, let's change it to 2 stacks, which would be 100. And let me pause real quick. Okay, and while we're at it, let's save our game. Episode 9. Okay. All right, there's all of our components. Yeah, these take a while. That's all right. All this stuff's just going to slowly build up. What is this missing? Oh, engines. Engines. Okay, here's those. And here's steel. And we could jumpstart this process and give it some engines. That might be nice. Okay. So now we've got our train components building up. These are all pretty quick. Rails, we already got 500 rails. The locomotives are going to be the slow thing. So, all right, let's look at this. I'm going to turn this to copper wires so that we can create some combinators, some of this, some of that, and oh, we are getting right to the edge. Is that enough? I think we can do this too with lights. Okay, so this is the only thing that needs. So let's swap this and let's turn this to combinator because this is the only thing that needs. This is the only thing that needs iron plates. Okay, let's grab 2 of those and make sure that's cranking out those. Lights, we just need some of those. And let's do 200 of those. Light tree. That'll crank out the lights. You need these. You need these. Let's do 100. Sure. And let's do green wire, and that's 100. And then some combinators. I'm not sure what these stack to. Let's just start with 25. So we need some wire here, and then we'll grab it like that. How about that? Perfectly legal. And okay, so you need that. You need that. You need that. Working, 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 working. Slow, but steady. Okay. All of this is working. Hooray. We've even got some engines or some locomotives on the way. And we've got this earmarked for that. That's looking good. Let's close this off. Nice. Perfect. I'm forgetting I have it right here. I can just use that. Cool. I know that's going to be there. That's probably okay there. That's going to grab from there, but these aren't feeding each other, so we can drop some lights in like this. Make it a little brighter. 50, okay. This must stack to 200. Okay. Steel chests. Yes, thank you. All right. Well, look at that. That was a great little episode. I wonder actually if we should just like fill these in here too. A little cramped. That's all right. Let's brighten up our base. I think it might also make it easier for you guys to see. I'm not sure. Okay, so our strip mall is expanding. I think the only thing that we'll be doing after this strip mall is maybe something for all of the stuff that's related to Well, I think we'll have a few more strip malls. I think we'll do one for like a robot rush, and I think we'll do one for just getting the components right next to the robot rush for like personal armor, roboports and stuff like that. And then the only other thing I think after that would be stuff for the logistics system, and that could actually probably be repurposed up here. I don't think we need this much stuff going on, so we might just repurpose that up there. The only thing that I think that might require is red chips, and we can do that. So let's actually plan on keeping this open and making a pathway that we can get through. Oh, wrong spot. Dang it. Okay, let me fix that. Maybe I should put the path down first. Let's just have a path that we can get to either side. So we can put undergrounds there. These don't quite reach all the way over here. Maybe let's go like that. And so we've I'm not sure. Well, we probably don't need this because I'm not sure what's going to go here yet. So we'll leave this open. Okay. We are going to need more room on the bus after this to expand for stuff that we're going to be making with oil. Because we are going to want, like if we think about where our bus is going, we've got this, and that's the border there. So there's our iron. There's our copper. There's circuits, and going this way for red, empty lane. We've got steel, and we've got coal, and then we've got these two. So we have some open stuff. So we could put like sulfur on there, and we could put like batteries. That'd be nice. And then we are going to need more stuff. So out of combinators, what do I do? I go grab some. Oh, except I didn't build any, did I? I don't use a whole lot of these, so probably just handcraft those. So for example, we're going to need plastic, probably 2 lanes of plastic. And then low density structures, rocket fuel stuff. I think that'll be further down. So I think see, this will be blue circuits, but we don't need them up here. And we're also going to need like oil supplies too. So if we've got a couple more of these, we could like earmark some for low density structures. Not that we may necessarily do it like this. And then we're going to need like rocket control units. We might just build the rocket silo where those are. We're going to need rocket fuel. So, I mean, we're pretty close to being able to get by with just this. I'm trying to think what else we need stone bricks for. Let's see. Stone bricks are used for furnaces. Yeah, they're used for these, which we're going to need to produce for purple science. So we can't get rid of those just yet. And this we're going to need for rails. So We've got some extra room. We could throw other stuff on there like explosives. We could also maybe just have extra lanes of copper or iron or something like that. The next thing we're going to want is stuff for pipes, or not pipes, but fluids. So we're going to want for sure to have petroleum on there. We're going to need lubricant because we got to make engines, and we're going to need sulfuric acid so that we can get nuclear stuff and create blue chips. And then we're going to need probably light oil, I think. I think those are the things we'll need. So this is like, looks like what our rest of our bus is going to be like. Um, yeah. We have a lot of space over here. Why did I leave so much space? I'm not sure. Just to have more space, I guess. Maybe just fiddling stuff in here. So if we have like, how much space is that? 1, 2, 3, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Wow, that's a lot of space. Did I leave that up here too? Kind of. Well, let's just do the same thing. That's fine. Okay, so our future malls will expand that way. Nice. It's really hard to do that. It's like placing stone furnaces as well. Okay, so this will be the outline. I don't think that will make it all the way across. Will it make it all the way across? It should. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. We've got 4 sets here, 4 sets here. So technically this should work if we go like that. We're also going to need, you know what? I think the reason why this is okay is because we can put roboports in here, and that will be good. Okay. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, so this will be our bus for the rest of the game. And that should wrap up this episode. So I think our next episode will be acquiring oil, and we can use this section right here to do our oil processing, create other stuff that we need for oil. We're going to need red chips. So we want to create. We're building towards chemical science, the blue science. Isn't it funny? We say red science, green science, blue, yellow, purple, but we don't call this gray. Everybody calls it military. I'm not sure why. Yeah. Anyways, we want to work up towards chemical science, and we're going to need sulfur, which needs oil. We're going to need red chips, which also need oil. And then we're going to need engines, which we already have that, so we don't have to worry about that. So that will be the goal for next time. And yeah, our radar has revealed that there's some oil up here. So I think what we'll do is, where are we at in terms of tech? We've got a couple more military technologies that we can do so we can clear out some more biters, but I think in terms of red and green, we're pretty close to being done. All these are important, but I don't really have the means to produce any of this yet because I don't have oil. So same with this. These take red chips, and I don't have those. So I think next time we'll start researching. Well, we can just queue it up now. We'll research this. We even have one more level of this. And then we'll hop in our car and we'll maybe kind of explore a little bit more out here. Take out some of these smaller biter nests at the same time. And then I think we'll actually hook up the oil and see about bringing the oil down here, unloading it so that we can pump it into here, and then refine our oils right here. that'll be a good project for next time. So thanks for joining me again. This was episode 9. And if you've got any suggestions or questions, please put them in the comment box below. And I hope you're having as much fun as I am playing this game. And we'll see you next time.